Guess which one of these KPI cards is the most appreciated by the users of my reports? I'll give you a second. And the answer is none. Wait, what? For years I've been trying different variations of KPI cards, but I have also kept tracking what users prefer so I can use those variations more often. And look, it works for me, so today I'm going to show you which variation produces the best results and which one suffers. I will rank them from the best to the worst, with S being the best and C being the worst. First, you need to understand what makes a good KPI card, because not so many people use the KPI cards the right way. So it goes like this. A good KPI card should be designed to be clear, concise and insightful. First and foremost, the KPI card should immediately convey the most important information. The user does not have the time to search for the information. They want it then and there. The next thing is critical, and the more you pay attention to it, the better. The KPI card should not require too much interpretation. Think of it like this. When you want to buy a TV, you want to know the price for that TV only, not for all the TVs in the store, right? Same goes for the KPI card. It should be clear, immediate, and easy to understand. But if you get the next one wrong, it might not even matter. A KPI card should grab attention and not need extra thinking. Do you find this one easy to read or this one? A KPI card should make it easy to remember the important information and have just enough visual appeal. Then there's the big one, the secret ingredient that binds everything together. A KPI alone lacks meaning. Compare it to a benchmark, for example last month, target, etc. Ask yourself, why do I need to make a decision? Because we're doing either good, either bad. But how would you know just by looking at the number? You don't. And that's why comparative context comes into play. And this is the main reason this will score the most points in my playbook. But before I start ranking all my variations, take a moment and tell me in the comments which one you prefer to use the most and why. Let's start with the classic card. It scores high on clarity and simplicity, and it's definitely fit for purpose. Visual appeal? I would say it only scores average, as you can't change the alignment, the label position, or even use a measure as a label. As for comparative context, it scores 0 points. For this reason, I will rank it only B in my list, and I only use it as a secondary KPI card, not as a main one. Next, we have the new card. Same as the regular card, but on steroids. It is simple and clear, definitely fit for purpose, and it can have visual appeal. All you need to do is use conditional formatting and you are taking it to the next level. As for comparative context, well, use the reference labels and you can compare it with anything. For these reasons, the new card fits in the best category. Next, let's see where the KPI card fits. Simple and clear? Yes. Fit for purpose? Well, it's called KPI for a reason, so we'll give it that. Visual appeal? Let's say average, because there are no options when it comes to spacing between callout values, target label and date. As for comparative context, it does provide it to an extent, so for these reasons I will add it to the good but not the best category. And here we have the gauge, and it's pretty much the same as the KPI card. It is simple and clear, has visual appeal and comparative context, but it is only fit for one purpose, target comparison. And for that reason it will be ranked as average. Now we've been to the classic KPI cards in Power BI, but you know me, I always like to try new things, and we still have many more visuals to check the unusual KPI cards. The donut chart. Yes, you heard me right, you could create a KPI card from a donut chart. Simplicity? Not so much. Fit for purpose? Not necessarily. Visual appeal? Not always, but there are specific uses. See my other video about target visuals. Comparative context? Yes, it does score good points here. But I've noticed that my only use for it is for targets alone, so for that reason it goes to the bottom. Next, the funnel chart. Yes, we keep going with the unusual ones. This is pretty much the same as the donut chart. I have only found a single use for it, and that is to show a top 3. So for me it only scores points in the last category, and for that reason it goes to the B category as well. And next we have 2 which are pretty much the same. 100% stacked bar chart and 100% stacked column charts. They are both simple, they do have visual appeal, and they do provide comparative context. But I've only found them useful as target KPIs. So I will have to put them next to the donut chart. And since we are in the chart area, let me show you two more options: the line chart and the column chart. Simple? They can be. Fit for purpose with the right formatting? Yes. Visual appeal? Well, you can see this one from a country mile. Comparative context? This is the very definition of it. And more importantly, this KPI card gives me the option to use the main chart of my reports to compare something else, like the year-over-year growth percentage. So they both go to the top. Now, have you guessed which one is the favorite? If you chose the line chart, then you are correct. And if you want to learn how to create one, I have just the video for you. But if you want to have the one that I've created, then you wouldn't have to do anything to create it. All you need to do is become a member of this channel and you will have access to the PBIX files. And all you'll need to do after that is rename a few measures or maybe create them. If you found this video useful, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Maybe even share this video with someone who needs to see it. Until next time, this is Telian signing off. Cheerio!